people know us by how much money we've saved, and that's how we promote ourselves, $1 million, $500,000. But at the heart, what we're really focused on is data. Data is our lifeline. We collect tons of it. We collect data on about 16,000 buildings today. As Matt mentioned, we've been in business for about 25 years. And we've recouped for our clients in that 25-year period over about $400 million. And that's purely finding money, recouping money. We're not talking about, you bought your electric at 10 cents, and now because the market's down, you're buying it at 8 cents, you save 2 cents. That's all great. We're talking about going out there, hand-to-hand combat with utility companies, finding errors and getting you money back because of some error, some opportunity. We'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. I love the promotion, but I really want to just focus on the information right now. So we are a big data company, and our goal is to collect as much utility data as possible. Anywhere there's utility data, whether it's the sub-meter, whether it's in the building, no matter where it is, we're interested in it. To the extent that you engage with us, the more information you have, the better it is. The more granular the information, you may be aware that there's a move among the utility companies to the meters that take readings every 15 minutes. That's a boom to what we do. So the more information, the more regular information we have, the more opportunity we can find. We'll see why as we go through some of this presentation. When you have an interval meter, if you're not familiar with it, it can take readings anywhere from every few seconds, which is very interesting, although most don't because it's just huge amounts of data. Typically, they take the readings every 15 minutes, which may or may not sound like a lot, but in the course of a month, it's akin to getting 3,000 utility bills. It's about 2,870 readings in a month when you have 15-minute interval meter data, which is the standard. Any JLL building in the city or in Con Edison's territory that has a demand above 500, which you may or may not know what your buildings are, but I can pretty much assure anyone who's sitting here probably all their buildings have a demand, which is not a small demand, about 500. It's about 150,000, 200,000 square foot building. Has those types of meters installed. And as I said, it's just a plethora of data. The interesting thing is, the more data you collect, although it's very valuable, the likelihood that some of that data gets corrupted becomes more common. So while it's very robust, you have tons of information, it isn't uncommon for a few percentages, 0.5%, 1/4% of the data to be corrupted regularly. The utility companies fill in that data, you have to be aware of this. They don't tell you that they filled it in. On the bill, you'll see no indication. Again, you don't see all these 3,000 data points. You see the total amount you used and the billing and a bunch of other detailed information. There's a legitimate methodology for filling that in. They don't notify you of that. It isn't always that the way they filled in the data is advantageous to you. It doesn't mean that they're trying to mess with you. There's a standard protocol, and one that's been approved. It's a simple one. But oftentimes it isn't the most advantageous one. Like things, secrets in life, there's some room for negotiation on what those numbers actually are. So that's a really good example of the granularity of data and how a few pieces, a few data points of data can have a huge effect on the result. I'll share a little bit of a case study where for one hospital, those couple of data points made a difference of $350,000, 1 month bill. That's how extreme it can be.